What's up guys, it's Ariel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we will be talking all about how to communicate with a child who is non-verbal. Now, when I say non-verbal, I don't mean no words at all. Yes, that does apply, but your child may have a few words or very short phrases. These are going to be things that you can do with your child to help them progress a little bit further and help them learn in a different way that doesn't involve speech. If this sounds like your child or a child that you may know, make sure you stick around because today we are going to be going over how to do sign language, or ASL, which stands for American Sign Language, with the help of one of my favorite people. This person is tall, Italian, they have a love of spaghetti, and they decided to help me teach your child how to do sign language today. Alright guys, let's get started. If you're new here, my name is Ariel and I am an occupational therapy assistant. I've been in the field for about 7.5 years now and I absolutely love it. My specialty is sensory regulation, hence the name, the sensory strut. Anything from regulating your child, helping a child who's hyperactive learn how to calm down, or helping a kid who's a little bit of an under-responder learn how to perk up so that they can function at their best throughout the day. I also work with kids on a weekly basis, teaching everything from tying their shoes, writing their letters, learning the difference between a tantrum and a meltdown, helping kids learn how to express their emotions in a way that's not so physical and aggressive and angry. So I have videos like that, and if you guys want to check them out, I will leave them down in the description below. But let's get into this sign language. How do we communicate with a child who is non-verbal? Let's go. Okay, you guys, so a question that is commonly asked, and even with new families that I get on my caseload, they're asking me, how do we communicate with our child and they don't have words? Now, communication is so much more than words. It's eye contact, it's communication using body language. And for those of you who don't know, American Sign Language is a very beautiful visual language that involves using the hands. These guys. Glad I put lotion on them today. Before we dive a little deeper into it, I want you to think about it. Now, I'm not going to be teaching you all American Sign Language, but I'm going to be teaching you some basic signs that I use with the kiddos I work with. It's important to integrate these into your daily routine. Now, don't just sit there and have them practice as if it's homework time. I mean, that's always good and great, but these principles apply best if you integrate them when it's appropriate, and I will go more into that later. All you need are your hands, and if you're feeling self-conscious, a little lotion, and we are good to go. Once you're all moisturized and shiny and ready to practice, get in front of a mirror, get in front of this video, and let's do these together. It's good to not only see someone else doing it, but it's good to see yourself practice in front of a mirror so you know that you're holding your hands correctly and you know what you look like. That way you can get more comfortable with the process. Are you ready? Let's take a deep breath. And let's learn some sign language. All right, guys, the first sign we're going to do is every child's favorite word. You know what I'm talking about? No. No, no, nope, 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 nope. They love it. And your child can even say this in American Sign Language. So how you say no looks something like this. You're going to hold up your hand, any hand that you choose. You're going to use 2 fingers and your thumb. So your pointer, your middle, and your thumb. And you're going to bring them together like this. Kind of like you're doing a chomping motion. That's no. So let's do it again. Fingers up, thumb out. Remember, you're using your thumb, pointer, and your middle. And you're going to like chomp, chomp. You're saying no. So you can use this, for example, when your child's doing something you don't want them to, or something that's not appropriate. When you go up to them, make sure you have their eyes. Eye contact is key. We're going to go up to them. They're not doing what they're supposed to. Fingers in position. No. Use your words while you're using your hand at the same time so that they can get familiar with both. The next sign we're going to do is yes. So think of instances when you would use this. When your child does something appropriate as a reinforcer, when your child pulls you over to something that they want, you're going to raise your hand into a fist, fold your thumb across, and we're going to shake our thumb up and down. Same way you would nod your head when you're saying yes, except we're doing it with our fist, up and down. Yes. So think about it. When would you use the sign yes in your home or with your child? The next sign that we're going to do is drink. When your child wants something to drink but they're unable to tell you, that can be so frustrating, especially if you live in a hot climate and you know that they need something to drink, but you don't want to just offer it to them all the time. You wish that they could request it. No big deal. We will get there. Your child will get there step by step. So how do they request drink? Now you guys know a lot more than you think you do. Give yourself some credit. What you're going to do to sign for drink, hold your hand up almost like you're making a letter C. You're actually making a cup, like you're drinking from a cup, and you're going to put it up to your mouth. Now, when would you use the sign for drink? You can practice integrating it while you're at the dinner table with your kiddos or when you all are actually drinking. That's right. Take some time out, go to the table, give everybody something to drink, and practice. Kids learn best through rehearsal, modeling, repetition. So when you give the kiddo your drink, or mom, dad, when you're drinking your drink and you give your child theirs, drink, drink. Can you do drink? Hand up. Can you do drink? Do hand over hand, which is just putting your hand over theirs and getting them used to it. Their signs might not be perfect at first, but get them used to going in the general direction and they will get there. But that is how you sign for drink. Let's do the next one. Now, the next one's a little bit tricky, but don't worry, I know you guys can do it. The next sign is another commonly used one. This one is for potty. It's always good for kiddos to be able to tell you when they need to go to the restroom. Now, when would you use this? Clearly, when your child has to go to the bathroom. You don't have to get them to practice it right before, because learning that while also trying to hold it in and control when they have to go, you're going to end up with a mess on your carpet. I'll be back. All right, guys, so we can use this sign when they're actually on the potty or the toilet or whatever you call it at your house. The loo, the john, you get the idea. Okay, guys, so we are just working on generalizing, using these signs at the appropriate time. If they're not able to tell you potty before they're able to go potty, we'll just practice it on the toilet. So while they're sitting there, here's what you're gonna do. Raise your hand. You're gonna put your thumb between your pointer and your middle finger. So like this, and then you're gonna shake it a little. Potty, potty. And feel free to use facial expressions, wiggle your body around, do the pee-pee dance. Potty, potty. You guys got it? Give it a try. Let me see you do it. Looks good. And if you have to potty, all you had to do was pause the video, but thanks for letting me know. The next sign we're going to do is all done. What you're gonna do, raise these guys, make sure I'm in frame here. Then you're gonna twist your hands back and forth. All done. Kind of like you're brushing something away. All done. We're all done playing with our toy. We're all done at the dinner table before we get up. We're all done on the potty. We're all done with whatever it is we're doing. Family, when you're trying to get them to transition away from something, you know what? We've been playing with our toys for a while now. All done. No more. Use these signs. I'm telling you, they will help. And your kids will pick up on these a lot faster than you think. I'll do that one again to make sure you guys got it. What you're going to do, hands up, and you're going to rotate your wrist in and out like you're brushing something away. Think of Beyonce and the Single Ladies. All the single ladies, all the single ladies. But you're doing two hands. All done. All done. Nice job, you guys. Let's move on to the next one. It can be extremely frustrating as parents, therapists, teachers, caregivers, whoever you are, and you're working with a child who is unable to verbally tell you how they feel, especially when you know that they're hurting, but they can't tell you. Can you imagine what that must be like? I'm going to show you the sign for hurt. What you're going to do, raise your hands. You're going to extend both pointer fingers and you're going to push them together, especially over where you're hurt. If your child is able to do it that way, great. Tummy ache, go over your stomach. Hurt. Is your neck hurting? Hurt. All right, guys, can I see? Give it a try. Show me your best sign for hurt. Hurt. Now, several of you may notice that I do a lot of the facial expressions just naturally that go along with some of these. It's okay. You don't want to be robotic. As parents, as the people teaching your kids, you don't want to just sit there and be like, are you hurt? Put your emotion into it. That helps convey what you're trying to get from your child better. Hurt. It won't hurt to put some emotion into it. You guys, we all love to do this, and this is something that I'm trying to do a little bit less of after 6 p.m. Do you know what I'm talking about? Eating. So today I'm going to show you the sign for eat. Now you're going to put your hands over your mouth just like this. Think of the guy who does this little thing. I love to give you guys these silly visuals because it helps. Honestly, it does. So the same way you would do your hands like this, like the Salt Bae guy, you're going to bring it over to your mouth and you're going to tap a few times. Eat. Eat. Like you want something to eat. Make sense? Let's move on to the next one. I want you to know that you are so blessed that you have the ability to use your words, including myself. We have the ability to use our words to communicate our wants and needs, especially when we need things like help. Think about it. When you need help opening a bottle or a jar or carrying something into the house, we can just yell out, "Help me!" But for a child who has limited expressive language or limited language or is nonverbal, that's a lot more complicated. So I'm going to show you the sign for help. So you're going to put your palm out and then you're going to put your thumb over here and you're going to put it on just like it's a serving plate almost. And you're going to bring it up. That's the sign for help. Let me show you again. And it doesn't matter what hand you lead with. Again, you guys should be practicing in front of a mirror. Make sure you feel comfortable and make sure it's coming along natural. So you're going to stick your hand out, palm facing up. You're going to use your opposite hand, place it on top, and you're going to bring it up. Now, it's better to do this right in front of your body, but I'm doing mine up higher because of my camera setup right now, and it's the easiest way to show you guys. But one more time. Hand out, opposite hand in the palm of that hand with your thumb up. Help. Good job, you guys. Let's move on to the next one. You're doing so good. Proud of you. Y'all, I know Mama taught you your manners, so of course we have to go over the sign for please. Now, think about when it would be appropriate for your child to sign please. When they're trying to get something from you, when they're pulling you over to something they want, or a toy that they want, or whatever it is, we want them to be able to use please. So the way that you do that, you're going to take a flat hand, put it over your chest, near your heart, and you're going to make a circle. Please. Please. And if they don't do it right over their heart, it's okay. As long as they're getting that circle with a flat hand and they're close, they will learn the more refined version of this by getting them to sign please when appropriate, whatever that is for your family. My friends, you are doing so well so far, and I'm proud of you for sticking with me this far into the video. That shows me that you're eager to learn how to communicate with a child who may be nonverbal or have limited expressive language or limited verbal skills in general. So the next sign I'm going to show you is want. Now, you could put your hands just down at your waist and you're going to scrunch your fingers. Want, want. Again, I'm just doing mine up higher because of the way my camera deal is set up right now. I love that I can record in my pajama pants. So right now, we're just gonna do it up here. But you can just do this naturally at your side, let your arms fall, and you're gonna scrunch your fingers in. Want. When would be the appropriate time for your child to use the sign want? Of course, when they're after something. When they're trying to pull you to something, you can get down to their level, look in their eyes. What do you want? Think of times you could use this. You can be silly with it, you guys. Think about when you would use this, parents. We've been thinking a lot about the kids. You can practice these to get them to stay in your mind by doing just about anything. When you're talking to your spouse, using them a little bit more in your communication. When you're singing in the car, well, hopefully not when you're driving, but let me think of a song. I want it that way. All right, y'all, this is the next sign. I would probably say, I would say this is the one that I use most out of all of the signs that I've shown you so far today. This one is more. Kids are always wanting more of something, to do something again, repeatedly. We are going to tap our fingers together. More, more. Think about when you would have your kids use this sign. What is it that they like and enjoy and want more of? Is it tablet time? Is it TV time? Is it playing with a toy? Whatever it is and whenever it would be appropriate. You can even say, do you want more? Now, I don't want this to sound conflicting. A lot of kids who have limited expressive language are only able to use a few words or are even nonverbal are still completely able to hear. So when I'm giving you cues as parents to say something, to ask them a question, I don't want to dance around that like the kids are unable to understand you. So make sure you still ask them the question, do you want more? Do it hand over hand. Make sure you get them engaged. You guys, when would you use more with your kiddos? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, y'all, the last two signs I'm going to teach you today are mom and dad. Think about it. When would it be important in your home for your children to use these signs? So, the sign for mom. Open hand and put your thumb on your chin. Mom. I'll do it again. Raise your hand. Mom. If your kid taps a couple times, it's okay. They will learn. Keep it still. Mom. The next sign they're going to do is dad. Open hand. Put it on your forehead. Sorry, I'm scrunching down. Dad. Dad. You guys do not have to scrunch down like that when you're showing it to your kids. I'm just trying to make sure I'm all the way in camera angle so that I can show these to you guys. Mom and dad. You can use these in your communication in your house to get your kids used to them. Dads, you can always pull this one if you don't know when else to use it. You want what? You're pulling me to get what? You better go get your mom. For all the mamas out there, you want what? Are you crying right now? You better go get your dad. Those are just fun, silly things to do, you guys. But I really do hope you take American Sign Language seriously because it is something serious and it benefits the lives of so many people. And I want you guys to know I appreciate so much you sticking out this video with me. Hopefully this video was insightful and taught you a couple things that you didn't know before. I mean, did you know that sign language, these specific signs, were this easy to do? You guys, just to clarify, you can do this. Don't be discouraged just because your child may have limited expressive language, limited use of their words, or be completely nonverbal. My younger brother didn't utter his first words until he was between 6.5, 7 years old. I don't know the exact age. I can ask my mom. Hold on. Ma! I'm back with the facts. Until about 6 years old. So never give up hope. Keep practicing. And in the meantime, let's use sign language to help us communicate. Remember, guys, eye contact is going to be very important. You don't ever want to talk at your child. Make sure you're talking to them, whether it's with words or sign language. Get down on their level, sit on the floor, have them sit next to you, pick them up, whatever it is you need to do. Make sure you use hand over hand, where you're putting your hand over theirs when you're first teaching them, and give them and yourself some grace because you're learning a new thing. You're learning a new skill, and it's gonna take time and practice, but it's something I know that you can do. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button and join the Sensory Strut family. If you're one of my oldie but goodies, thank you guys for sticking around with me. Hit the like button if you like today's content, and I will see you all in the next video.